Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
And very good morning, guys. Today is Thursday. It is November 19th. Moshe, Mark, Tony, guys, good morning. Very good morning, fellas. Markets have put in a bid starting around 6:30 this morning. Ron, Jacques, Daryl, Aspen, good morning. Guys, very good morning to you. Coming into the end of the week. Raymond, good morning. Oh, thank you, Raymond. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. ES has been in longs from 630. So is the NASDAQ, 3560. No. I mean, I think we're going to get a pullback. Yeah, I would agree with you. Maybe 61. I agree. I concur. Let's see here, guys. Let me see the ES here. We're going to get a pullback here. But I would agree. It's definitely... Yeah, it might make 59. Might make 59, but that's the area. I agree. NASDAQ getting a small pullback. Good morning, Bill. Very good morning to you. Guys, I hope there's 8 o'clock. Hope you guys had a terrific afternoon. You know, one of the hubba. You know, market dynamics change. What works for, 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or a year. Oftentimes, dynamics change in the market. For instance, for the longest time, I had noticed that at 350 on the dot, there was a violent move in the NASDAQ. And we traded it. We called it the 350 move. And that we did, man, we tortured the NASDAQ at 350 for many, many, many months. And that dynamic changed. We still get a little bit of a move, but it's nothing like it was. Now that move seems to come after the close, after the 4 p.m. cash close, where they'll run the markets till 4:15 and then again from 4:30 to 5. And the point I'm trying to make here is our cash session has been slow with the robots, at least when we close the room at 11:30. We're making money, but not like we've done historically. Hey, Tony. And these moves seem to be coming after 1 o'clock. Yesterday afternoon, the ES, the NASDAQ, the YM, Russell, they all had gold. Gold had an absolutely monstrous short on the bots. Good morning, Todd. Just a monstrous move down in gold. Almost 7 or 8 handles yesterday. Same with the ES on the move up. NASDAQ. Russell had a huge move down. NASDAQ had a move up and down. There was 2 beautiful trades. Just, noticing that maybe something in the dynamics of the market have changed. For those of you guys that have historically, maybe stopped trading at 11:30, you may want to take a look at the afternoons if you're not already. One of our members this morning, hang on one second, guys. Hang on one second. One of our members sent me a Skype this morning. I'll show you guys his Skype. He started trading early with the bots. And Mark. This was his first trade. This was his first trade today on gold on the 3-minute. Got targets. You guys can see. I'm assuming you guys can see this. And this was at just before 5:30. And I'm not sure what, it may have been 6:30 Eastern. I'm not sure where Mark is. 6:15, just after. And that you guys can see. It's a live account, live trade. And then he followed it up with he's up to 1285. So what I'm trying to point out to those of you that might be on trial, and even my members as a whole, just because we come into the room at 8 o'clock, guys, doesn't mean the bots aren't working, or the bots can't trade, or they shouldn't trade, or they don't trade, right? In any event, guys, we're here. It's Thursday. We're moving into the end of the week here. I'm trading all day, George. I'm in front of my computer all day. You know, I take a few breaks and I'll go sit out on the deck and, you know, enjoy the fall weather that we're getting, you know, in the fall here in the South. You know, we're getting 60, 65 degrees in the afternoon. It's beautiful out, but, you know, I take short breaks, but I'm generally in front of my computer until at least 4:15, 4:30. So I trade all day. You know, again, the room closes at 11:30, and the room, you know, one time the room used to be open until 4 o'clock. And one of the things that I found was keeping it open till 4 o'clock, especially when it gets slow for an hour, 2 hours at a time, and there's not much to do. Most of the members would just kind of scoot out. So I might open the room with, you know, 200 people, and by the end of the day, I might have 50. So it just didn't make sense to sit here all day because I can put the trades in Skype. And then, of course, you know, starting about noon, I do my one-on-ones with traders that need help, whether it's setting up charts or, you know, explanations on things, whatever the case may be. And I start those at noon, and I'm generally, you know, done with those. I try to be done by 3. So I do that for about 3 hours. I haven't turned on any bots yet, guys. What is today? Somebody tell me what today is. You guys should all know what news we get and when we get it. Today is Thursday. So we have continuing and initial jobless claims at 8:30. So I will not turn any of the, I have no bot. The only bot I have on is natural gas, but that's well into a short and is going to be unaffected by, you know, jobless claims. But today is Thursday, and I don't care if you guys get a free service. Get a free service. You got continuing and initial jobless claims at 8:30. Philly Fed as well, but then of course we'll have natural gas today. But you know, we're waiting on numbers. By 8:15 it'll be posted to the site. So I do not have gold on at this point. I'd have nothing on currently. My outlook for the NASDAQ, if we drop below maybe 67, we could pull back a bit. As a topside target, I see the NASDAQ can get to 9.4. It looks like 915 area. We might even get to 953. I'm not sure we do, but those are topside targets currently. Coming into the session, we're basically flat. Let me see where we're at exactly. And we have small net buyers. Good morning, Patrick. I mean, literally like 8, but we've been negative delta all night. Coming into the session, as of right now, the Dow futures are down 59 points. S&P is off 5.5 handles, nothing. NASDAQ's off 16 handles. Russell's down, call it 4.5. That's it. DAX down. I mean, DAX is basically flat, down 7 points. Hey, Caleb, good morning. Gold is getting rumbled a bit, down 13.5 bucks at 1860. I don't think gold can hit that 1850 level again and not break it. If gold breaks below 1853, now we're still 13, what? We're still 17 bucks ahead of that? No, $7 above that. If gold breaks below 1853, I think it starts its migration down near 1800 where the 200-day moving average is. And in my opinion, I think that area is targeting long-term longs. Silver somewhere around 21 bucks, I think would be a great entry as well. Just looking around, we got 63 net buyers at the moment in the NASDAQ. Nothing. We have another 2,300 net sellers in silver. I'm not looking for silver to do a whole lot today. Right now it's holding support at 59, but again, I don't know that holds. We could trade all the way back up to 70, but with these sellers, we're sitting at VWAP. We basically failed VWAP on silver a few times. Failed VWAP, basically failed VWAP, failed VWAP, failed VWAP, and we're sitting at VWAP. Now, again, we have 4-star news coming, but my money would be on shorts. I don't see any reason to be long gold. That's what I got so far, fellas. Quickly take a look at the dollar index. Yeah, we're bid. We're bid. Russell's actually above VWAP. NASDAQ, YM, ES, all above VWAP, fellas. Anybody have any questions? How about my trials? How are you guys holding out this week? I know it's a lot. But you guys should be getting acclimated to the room. Hey, Michael. Yeah, you are joining us really late. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, Michael, for you is, and I'll send you an email. I've got your email, obviously. I will have you in next week. I mean, enjoy today and tomorrow, but let's have you in for a full week. You're on the West Coast. It's early for you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Daryl. Yeah, we got a lot of West Coast people. We've got I've got 3 or 4 members in Hawaii, and they're in the room, generally speaking. So again, Michael, you've missed the whole week. I'll give you a brief overview because we don't have anything. I won't do any trading before 8:30 when we get our numbers. Raymond, I look forward to it. Michael, so the screens you're looking at are not the robot. All right. The room is comprised of 2 separate and distinct aspects. The first aspect of the room is the robot. That's really the focus. And when there's trades, I will show the robot. I'll put it on the screen for you to see. The robot is unique in that it's a multiple time frame analysis of moving averages. So the robot itself it's fully robotic. It executes trades when parameters are met, not only on your primary chart, but secondary charts that we've identified, and it's assessing moving averages. Just going to give you a very brief explanation. Next week, I'll go over it more in detail on Monday for you with the trials for next week. And targets and stops are not generic. Targets and stops are generated using average true range, so current market volatility. So the robot will override your basic ATM strategy, 100 tick stop, 100 tick target, let's say, and it will correctly plot stops and targets. Okay. The second aspect of the room are order flow trades. I've traded and taught order flow for about 7 years now. And when there's a lull, if you will, with the robots, or there's not much going on, the order flow trades I use for anyone that's interested to enhance profitability. Primarily, my order flow trades are NASDAQ, ES, and gold. Now, I will trade crude. I did yesterday a couple of times. I will trade natural gas and a few other things, but primarily NASDAQ, which is kind of my jam. And, I will offer those for anyone that would like to take advantage. So one of our new guys, let's see what you said, Joe. Morning, Bob. I've been watching the videos, getting a feel for the bot. Put them on overnight last night on 4 instruments, 15-minute chart, 1 contract, 1 target. Woke up this morning up 487.50. Nice job, Joe. Good job. Hey, Mark. Good morning. No, I don't do 27 trades a day. You're very welcome, Joe. I don't do 27 trades a day. This week, last week was pretty slow relative to the bot by our standards. The bot last week did just over 6,000. 1860 half, yeah. And I would have been short 60.1 on the bot. And then this week, again, is a little more pedestrian as well. The bots are up right around 2,500. Now we have today and tomorrow, so who knows, we could get terrific. Listen, most traders can't make $2,500 a week. So let's call a spade at this point. Most traders can't do $2,500 a week trading 3 contracts. They can't. And the order flow trades, I don't keep track of, but I would guess, and maybe somebody here can tell me if they're tracking them or taking them, but I would guess that the order flow trades are probably 2 to 3 times that. Of course, there's more order flow trades in the, and primarily in the NASDAQ because it's so volatile. But by and large, it's been a very good week. I think by anybody's standards. I think in this room we're a little spoiled because we've seen the bots. The biggest week the bots have ever had was just over 25,000. And, again, last week, Wednesday, the markets just slowed down. So we'll see what we get. If we can get to 5,000, I'll be happy. I don't think anybody in this room would complain with a $5,000 week. In any event, guys, we're waiting on news. While we're waiting on news, let me read the disclaimer. This is usually the point where my members probably go to sleep, since I read it every day. U.S. government required disclaimer: futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. As well, the fact that I trade a live account should have no bearing, zero bearing on what you guys do, whether I'm in a trade or not, or I'm offering a trade. There is no, the fact that I may be in a trade in a live account or not in a trade, I don't know what that means, Dean. I have no idea what that is. The fact that I may or may not, oh, right. The fact that I may or may not be in a trade, guys, does not lend any more or less credibility to the trade. Each of you needs to assess risk on your own and trade for your accounts. Good morning, Stefano. Okay? We're inching up, guys, with small buyers, but again, good morning, Jeff. We have 4-star news. We should have our numbers now. Let's see here. So we're looking for initial jobless claims are 700,000 versus 709, and then continuing claims are 6.4 million versus 6.78 million. Okay? So I'll turn bots on at 8:30, not before. I will not take any trades prior to the unemployment numbers. I did read a report today, at least speculation. I'm not sure how accurate the report is, that there may not be stimulus anytime soon. I would have zero interest in longs on gold. Zero. Less than zero. ES, I got nothing. NASDAQ, I've got the proverbial bupkis. Yep, I think it's coming to 1,800. I mean, and I think that's where you've got the 200-day moving average right around 1,800. That's where it's headed. It's been to this 1850 level too many times, guys. I mean, it's coming down. Once it breaks 1850, it could be furious. It's held it 2 or 3 times now. Coming to 44. CL is coming to 41.41, 41.50, 41.40. I mean, 41.40. It's just holding some. It's holding. Look, here's what you have on CL. You've got this confluence of your 34 moving average and VWAP asking holding some support here at 68. A break of that 68, and I think gold's going to get punked. It's got to come below 68 for me. I'll sell it at 67 maybe. Let's take a handy dandy look at the tool that doesn't lie. How about that? There's crude. Got an unfinished auction here at 58. If we can get below 67, call it 66, this is coming. That would be a target, 58. We're coming to 50, yep, 51, Caleb. And then probably down here to 35. See how we've pulled everything up? She just needs a run and start, that's all. VWAP is acting as support. I do, Frank. Yeah. Yep. I am always watching order flow. My kindergarten teacher said that I had ADHD. 68, yes. My kindergarten teacher said I had ADHD. Works really well in trading. Not so much in high school. Here's NASDAQ. We're going to flip through VWAP as well. We still have an open gap on NASDAQ. Down around 48. Here's gold. 1,900 sellers there, fellas. All we're doing is bouncing off the 95. Yeah, that's right, Frank. No, I think that you actually need ADD to trade. I will tell you this. People that can multitask make great traders. I'll tell you who makes the worst traders. I mean, no offense to anybody, but I've been doing this a long time. Engineers make the worst traders. If you're an engineer, the deck is stacked against you. Far too analytical. Guys, if we get down through that 50, which is where we stopped, I think the floodgates of hell open up here. No, it's not good. No, let me give you an example. If you're an engineer and you have to build a 25-story building, you map it out. Footers have to be exactly where they are. They have to be so wide exactly. Concrete has to be so deep exactly in order to support a structure. Being an engineer requires you to be exact. So does being a surgeon. I mean, you wouldn't want to go in for your gallbladder to be removed and have your doctor say, well, you know, we can make the incision somewhere about here. It's exact. Trading is not exact. It is not exact. There's no exactness in trading. We trade areas and we trade statistical probabilities. Statistical probabilities do not allow for exactness because nothing happens all of the time. And the problem with people that tend to be over analytical is it may work in their field, but it makes it difficult in trading. We may bounce back up to that 54, but we're not going far, fellas. It's not going anywhere. Markets are really quiet right here, guys. ES should come down to 50, I would think, and try to get a bounce off 50. But the 15-minute is wanting to short. Russell is wanting to short. Let me see the NASDAQ here. NASDAQ, if it comes through VWAP, guys, is going to short. It's going to want to pop up to VWAP. You got buyers here. Somebody bought 50 contracts there. For those of you guys, by the way, that 77 tick. Let's see here. Morning, Brian. Hey, Kirk. So one of our trials, who has Ninja 8, has already connected his Thinkorswim platform to Ninja 8. Booyah! There you go, Kirk. Nice job. Now all we got to do is get the bot on Tesla. This may actually be short. My bad. That's not even on. It's actually short on the 3-minute. You can trade stocks if you want with the bot, Caleb. Guys, market opens in about 5.5 minutes. Gold should come down, guys. We're almost to first target at 20 ticks on our first bot trade of the day. There it is. 1 tick. Come on. 1 tick. What a rat bag. 1 tick. Target filled. 20 ticks, fellas. First target filled. Guys, I'm going to move this all the way down to 49. That'd be a buck below today's low. But I put the third target, I put that final target all the way out to third target. First trade of the day is in the books. We do have some support. If we get down below 54, maybe 53.8, it's coming. 52 is where we'll probably come. Let's see. Anybody have any questions, guys, before we go? Anything? Yeah, I do. Good morning, Ruben. Okay, Daryl. Okay, Ron. Do I have a website? Well, tomorrow, guys, for those of you that are on trial, tomorrow about 10:30, maybe 10:45, I will go over the options that you have as far as membership. This could pop back up to 58 from here. I don't know that it does, but it can. Let's see here. All right, that's on. I'm turning bots on, guys. I still think, crude's going to come down, but it's got to come below. Crude's really got to break below 67. Good morning, Chris. Let's get the crystal ball out. And NASDAQ, I think, is going to pop higher, and then it's going to sell. We'll see. Yes, Michael. Yep, it is Ninja 8. No, no, Bill, no. The auto trader on the order flow is predicated, really it's a momentum, and it's predicated on the stacked buyer and seller imbalances. So when it detects 4 consecutive ticks of an imbalance, which is a ratio of 2 to 1 or greater, it fires a trade on the 5th tick. 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. Yeah, I think we're going to get a spike up and then a pullback. Again, who knows? I don't know, but I'm not enthused by the lack of buyers. I'm going to move gold off the screen. I'm going to put this at break even. It'll probably take me out on the open, but there it is. NASDAQ, guys, if it rolls below 60 is a short. Below 60. Let it go. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Gold come up. ES is rolling over. Looks like it's going to short. NASDAQ's the only thing they're buying right now.
Target filled.
Match it.
Stop filled.
Wait on this NASDAQ, guys. I'm looking to short the NASDAQ, fellas. Crude is coming down slowly. A lot of sellers in crude.
Stop filled.
I'm out in gold on the runner.
Order filled.
All right, ES is short on the Unirenco, but I can't move it. It's frozen. My chart's frozen. ES is short on the Unirenco at 49.25. First target. There's first target on the ES. I'm looking for this NASDAQ to roll as well. First target's been hit on the ES, and here comes second target. I can't move the chart. I'll show you the trade in a second, fellas. I can't even move the gold chart off the screen. That's frozen there. NASDAQ's just hanging out with small buyers in here, guys. I've got no imbalances. I see no size buyers. Nothing. Nothing. Barely above VWAP. All right, get ready. NASDAQ is going to short below VWAP. ES got both targets. There's your short. There's your short on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is short, fellas. I would say target one is 43. You guys can take it at 46 if you want, but we're going to get this unfinished auction at 43. I would take 43. Trade them as always as you see fit, but we're coming to that auction at 43. My ES chart is still frozen. Come on, you're coming to 43. It's coming down, guys. It's trying to suck back to VWAP. God, it's a big candle. Look at this rat dog. Come on, NASDAQ. I can't even get the gold chart out of there. Crude is going to short. Crude's a short. Excuse me. We're below VWAP. Target on crude is 41.42. Here comes your NASDAQ. It's going to come to 43, guys. Crude's a short. Crude's a short. Here comes NASDAQ. For those of you guys with patience, come on. YM is trying to get a bid, but I'm not buying into that. Here comes that 43, unfinished auction, guys. Boom! 43, hit. There you go. That's target one. Now it's free. That's target one. Now you got a free trade. Everybody good? Is everybody good? Okay. Easy peasy, fellas. Easy peasy. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Nice patience. I still can't get that gold chart out. Yeah, those unfinished auctions are buttes. Let it go up. Let them chop around. All right, fellas. I don't see any size around point of control. I see no size at VWAP. I see no size trade. Yeah, there's a 128 here at 69.75, but just two ginormous candles. That's it. Come on, roll over. Let's go. Die. If we get above 87, we can go 19, maybe 03. I don't have a big target up there. This is that's, well, let me go back to NASDAQ. Hang on, guys. YM is failing. NASDAQ is at pretty good resistance here, fellas. Two big 5-minute candles. That's all I got, up and down. I don't see any more unfinished auctions on a 5-minute. Nothing. Nada. And we're still hanging around. They're not buying point of control. They didn't buy VWAP. Now I can get this out of here. Now I can move my ES chart. Here is the trade that the ES took on the Unirenko just now. Almost to 8 handles. So the bots right now, guys, are up 477.50 on a couple of trades. Russell's got a nice bid. YM lagging. NASDAQ's going to flip again, it looks like. There's your NASDAQ short. If anybody wants a NASDAQ short.
Order filled.
It's just hanging out at VWAP. That's all it's doing. Come on, NASDAQ. Come on down through 54 and die. Come on. sitting. No direction. Got buyers in here. We're just at VWAP, guys. This is a tough trade around VWAP. It's got to get away from VWAP. It's got to get away from VWAP. Okay, Randy. That's not a bet I'll take, but okay. There comes NASDAQ. Here comes NASDAQ. So you're saying that this is the low and that's in. 41 is the low? That's what you're saying? Oh, ES. Maybe. NASDAQ's coming down, guys. NASDAQ should come down to 40. Come on, NASDAQ. Maybe even 36. I gave you your short up here, fellas. What else we got going on? Nothing. The low is not in on the ES. You're saying that 42 is the low of the ES. That's what you're saying? 42 is the low for the day. Well, then you should be long with your guts. I don't think so. This NASDAQ is just hanging right around VWAP, guys. That's all it's doing. Let's take a look at copper. 35 net buyers. Let's take a look at natural gas. And natural gas might be an interesting long off the bottom. Here's gold. Largely quiet. Here's NASDAQ. Flirting with VWAP. Now we're just flirting with VWAP. Yeah, the ES is, I think the ES is, they're all going to come down. Whatever they do in the first 60 minutes is moot. We're going higher here now. Let's see here, guys. $86. Jock. Yep, 86. What are you going to do, NASDAQ? Small damn range here, guys. Small, stupid little range. I mean, if you look at your first 5-minute candles, just a small range on the NASDAQ. ES is going to fire a short on the 15-minute. Yep, this is just sideways. Small time frame, we can trade that. as a scalp, but I would have to say we're going higher. This area here, I think we trade back up to 11.9. Now we're breaking out of this range. There's a small bounce long, maybe off 85. Somewhere between 80 and 85. This will bounce in here. Let's see if we get our bounce. There it is. Small. Seller still. Fed's Mester is commenting. I mean, we're flat.
Order filled.
All right. ES went long on the Unirenko robot. Come here, you. Here we go again. I can't move it again. I can't move the damn chart. It's long on the, listen for target filled. First target 60 quarter on the robot. 60 quarter. 60 quarter. I can't move the damn thing. Hang on, guys. Came to 60. Missed first target by a tick. Here's ES. 60 quarter is first target, guys, on the bot. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate that. There we go. Jesus, 800 buyers in the NASDAQ and the ES. 10 net sellers here. Yes. Watch the second video, Ryman. We got block buyer here, 70 contracts. Somebody bought 71 cars at 59. This thing is just pushing a 5-minute trend line, guys, right where it stopped at 60. $71. Block buyer 71 contracts there. Fed's Mester is speaking. Block buyer here and seller. Got 109 contracts. One damn tick. Oh, it's 67.5, not quarter. 67.5. Is it any wonder I hate the ES? NASDAQ gets above 903. It trades 926. 903, it trades 926. Above 903. Trade. Come on, ES. One tick? Seriously? One tick. One tick. All right, you can have it.
Target filled.
You can have it. Got an unfinished auction at 65 quarter, right where that second target is on the ES. NASDAQ's got to get above this day high here, 03 quarter. And it breaks out. Got 1,000 net buyers. That 85 area was a good trade long. There's first target. NASDAQ. I got nothing. ES is pushing higher. Russell's pushed higher. YM not been paying attention to. Crude is quiet. Won't help you to call me, Michael. You need to email Joel. Match mine how? Where are we not matched? Colors? Delta, it depends on when you started it. Mine is set to start at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you're starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. I mean, crude is nothing but sellers, and it's not moving anywhere. All sellers. We're up to 2,400 sellers, and it won't dump. Natural gas, nothing. Crude, look at this, sideways. Just sideways. Copper looks like it wants to break out on the daily. Small buyers, 160 buyers. Yeah, but it's all sellers. I mean, it should be a short. Guys, I like copper on a breakout.
Order filled.
What went long? Gold on the 3-minute. Watch NASDAQ above 03, half. NASDAQ's longs, guys. Target now is 26. Okay. Copper is also in a long. It's got to break out. Copper's got to break out. Unfinished auction on the bottom. Anybody long that 03 half on the NASDAQ, fellas? Okay, there you go, guys. It's going to go to 26. 26, fellas. That's your target, 26. I'll trade him as you see fit, but it's heading to 26. You get 1,600 net buyers now, guys. 1,600. ES is up to 25. God bless. $26 is your target, guys, on NASCrack. Come on, buddy. Go get me 26. Come on. Here we go. Pump up the jam right here. There goes copper. That's a big target. Come on, NASDAQ. You're not going to stop here. 26. 26, I said, not 23. Guy's got 20 handles in. Trade him as you see fit, but I still think we tag 26. Trade him as you see fit, fellas. Take some risk off. Hold some. If we get above 943, we can zippity-doo-dah pretty good. NASDAQ got, if you guys remember, I gave you a 914 target. Next level up I have is 953. 950. 26 should get tagged. This is from 0350 entry. Gold as quiet as a church with no buyers in sight. ES has to get above, let's see what this resistance is here, 64 quarter. And it'll get that target. If ES breaks above 65, it's going 71. Can't believe we didn't tag 26. We got to 24. October existing home sale data. Not that I care.
Target filled.
All right, guys, that's break even plus one. I don't want to watch it or pay attention to it. ES, I locked in some. Gold, I'm not interested in holding.
Stock filled.
Out on gold. Not interested in gold. Only unless the 15-minute goes long. Still didn't get 26. Are you kidding me? We got 25. I'm off by 4 ticks. You're going to get it, guys. If you're patient, you're going to get that 20. There it is, 26. Booyah. You guys should be good. 23 handle trade, fellas, give or take. You guys should be good. Now it's completely free. Completely free. Let me see ES here. ES is just going to keep grinding higher. Support on the ES is now around 59. It's going to get that second target. This will probably pull back and get that unfinished auction. Crude is completely sideways, not tradable. Natural gas, I think it's I think this has got a shot of a long off the bottom here. Missed that final target by 2 ticks. Yeah, support's going to come in at 58.75 to 59 now. That's where it'll bounce if it pulls back there. 59 on the ES. Let's see here. Yeah, 58.75 to 59. It'll probably take my stop at 59.50. YM's a short 347, 48, 50, 55, this area. YM's a short with a stop at 75. First target on the YM would be 23. 23. If anybody has short YM, 23 first target. Out on the ES. There's your target on YM. Anybody take it, guys? Anybody take YM? It's now a free trade. Anybody take YM? Okay, Ruben, you got your first target at 23. Now it's a free trade. This could dump Mooey big time. Okay, guys. Boy, I like this natural gas. I have no idea, Kieran. I don't have Thinkorswim platform, so I don't know. All right, guys. Next level down on YM is 301 and then 289. You can target, call it 290, 95. Well, on Ninja, it's just ES. On Thinkorswim, it's probably going to be much like it is on TradeStation, and I don't know what the I don't know. YM stop should be about break even, fellas. Not giving them anything back. Get away from VWAP. It's going to drop right down here to that 90. 40, yeah, 47 stop. We're good. Anybody take the ES long on the pullback to 58, 50, 59? Anybody take that long on the ES? Okay, Moshi. No, you're not trading futures on Thinkorswim. You're getting the stock data. First target off that 58 or that 59 area is 61, maybe 62. NASDAQ may give a small pullback to 96. Anybody interested in natural gas, guys? Okay. NASDAQ's going to pull back to 96, maybe even a bit further. Got 2,000 buyers, guys. We're not looking for shorts. I'm looking for a bounce long. We hit 900 and bounced. We had 59 contracts sold here.
Top fill.
Copper is out, fellas. Copper is out on the runner. Data series. I should have left that gold 3-minute trade on. Got first target. I want to see what NASDAQ does here at this 26 again, up at the high. If it fails shy of that, I mean, it looks like right now an 09 short, but your stop is 26. Natural gas inventory in 20 minutes. Natural gas inventories in 19 minutes. Still think you got 10 handles in here down to 96, fellas. Maybe 92.
Order filled.
Come on down. Here comes that 96. We might make 93. YM's dumping again.
Order submitted.
We're holding this buyer imbalance from back in here. Nice job, Frank. Still think it's got to come 96, if not down to 94. Just holding this last little bit of buyer imbalance in here.
Order filled.
Okay. There it is. We got our 96 and then a few. There's our trade. Now we could work down to 865 if anybody is short NASDAQ. 865. You can work to 865. Anybody short NASDAQ? Got your first target. Nice job, Frank. Okay. It's a free trade, fellas. I mean, it's, you know, it goes or it doesn't go at this point. But it's free. You got. I like the bigger time frames. Yeah, I think they're loading up to come down, Randy. That's my opinion. I mean, you know, again, I've been wrong 1,000 times, but afternoons we've been coming down ferociously. And we'd have got guys. If anybody's still in that natural gas, your target's about 70. ES is pushing some resistance here. Support is 54. We're pulling everything higher. A break below that 93 takes us down. Losing buyers in the candle. This Russell is on the cusp of rolling. Here's the Russell on the bot. The Russell looks like it's trying to roll over. Trump campaign withdrawing a lawsuit in Michigan. I'm just repeating the news, fellas. Russell didn't roll. It's close. The only thing I heard on Georgia was yesterday, where they found. There you go. There's your roll. It's coming. Something like 9,000 votes in Trump's favor. Meaning there were. DeKalb County had Biden at 10,600 and some odd votes in favor of Biden, 13 votes for Trump. And the actual count was like 1,065 for Biden and 13 for Trump. That was just one county, DeKalb. I have not heard anything more. I don't think he needs to concede yet. 50 buyers. Let him count the votes. It's his right. There are two things that I have had enough of. Brexit and this election. I've had enough. I don't know. Don't know, Tony. I didn't see anything. I mean, apparently Giuliani was a. All right, we're short on the Russell robot. Apparently, he was a great prosecutor and a really good mayor. Certainly, I would take Giuliani over the idiot de Blasio. I'm not sure how great an attorney he is. Yeah, he did a great job as mayor of New York, especially 9/11. I thought he did a great job. The current guy is an absolute idiot. I don't know how New Yorkers stomach him. Seriously, I do not. I mean, he has ruined New York. He has ruined New York. New York is headed back to where it was in the 70s, a cesspool. You may have a small long in the ES back to 58. I'm not interested in that. NASDAQ is coming down, guys. I think we're coming to 65. De Blasio. Well, Cuomo's an idiot, too. Him and his brother. They're both morons. I would be surprised if the Supreme Court doesn't hear the cases. I'm not sure that they would hint at anything. They wouldn't. Now the Russell wants to go long. And I will kill this trade.
Stop trade.
Out of the Russell. Guys, it's mostly chop. We're bleeding out buyers in the NASDAQ. My personal opinion is that we're coming down. The NASDAQ is being stuffed right now by its 100-period moving average. I think we're headed back down to 70 on the NASDAQ. I don't know why anybody would live in New York. I really don't. Taxes are absurd. Property taxes are absurd. And like a chooch, I closed that Russell trade and it's failing. Rents are dropping because everybody's leaving. We're coming back to VWAP, guys. We're coming back to VWAP on NASDAQ. This is still that original short. ES, I think, is going to work back down to 42 eventually. Into the low. NASDAQ might bounce back up into here, and it pinged off short 96.
Order submitted.
We're coming to VWAP, guys. That would be my target. It's just not ready to die yet, but it's gonna. I think we come back down to 840. NASDAQ short. All right, what short? All right, ES shorted on the Uniranco. Come on, you. Here we go again. I can't. There it is. So I can't move the damn chart. NASDAQ.
Order canceled.
NASDAQ's coming to VWAP, guys. We're coming down to VWAP. We're probably coming to 65. ES, I think, visits those lows again. Gold doesn't want to do much. Quiet. Crude is basically sitting. Any pullback, I think, in this NASDAQ, and it's going to get hit. I do, Raymond. Yep. I do. I think so. I mean, I'm trying to get trades, right? So if you only have one time frame, you know, like say a 15-minute, then you have to wait for trades. The smaller time frames, like this ES, came one tick from target here, we'll get you trades. This is the third trade on this particular robot. Meanwhile, the 15-minute, I haven't gotten a trade yet. Still think we're coming to VWAP, guys. Can't break 96. And then we'd look for the long somewhere down in that area. ES is holding some support, but I think comes down to 47. That's the area I like for a long. For a bounce, at least. NASDAQ starting to roll over. Oh, my God, the Russell. I want to show you guys something. All right. I'm going to show you stupid personified. Okay? Pay attention to stupid personified. The bot on the Russell took this short. And I know better. Went against me. Never went into the long. Never went near the stop. Look at this trade. This is stupidity personified. I know better than to interfere with the bots. Let them damn trade. Nah, it's not a mistake, Randy. It's stupidity. I've done it before, and generally speaking, in fact, I'll show you. Not only have I done them before, I did it earlier. Here's the gold. Took that long, and I killed it at a small loss, and it went up to first target. This was just the trade before, 10:06. I've done it twice today. Trying to be smarter than the bots. I don't like this ES either. The ES can go up and take me out now. I don't know what the bid is about here. This came one tick to target at 48 and didn't fill me. I don't see size in here. There was a 110 buyer back here, but that's all I see. No, silver, Mimi. I've told guys that. All I did was change silver to the ES. I mean the Russell. One of the trial members asked me about Russell, so I did a Russell. Second wave of the virus appears to be under control in Spain. CL's a short, guys. All right, guys. NASDAQ's not giving me much, guys. It's not pulling back to areas where I want to be long. That pullback into that, we would have been long off VWAP. We stopped way short off VWAP. We should trade back here. And I still think we have to tag VWAP. Now, that could be into the close of Europe. I don't know. But that's the area that I would want to be long is VWAP. I don't want to have anything to do with price up in here. Yeah, but I don't have an area that I can buy from. The nice thing about order flow is it's objective. There's no subjectivity here. I see the buyers. I see the daily delta. I'm not buying up here. I would have bought VWAP. And crude just still wants to putz around. Maybe this afternoon. Got another trade back to 96 on the NASDAQ is what it looks like. 06, 07, 08, maybe back to 96 again. Stop is 21. At least to 1900, I would think. Guys, we are just sitting. I mean, there is no real move. It's just really an annoying trade. I still don't think this breaks out. I could be dead wrong, but I mean, it's all. If we're going to fail, it's right in here. It's got to fail now. We're pulling everything higher up. Come on, drop down below 14. Let's go. God, we're in a huge sell zone up here. I just want net positive delta on the ES. 300, nope, 70 contracts. ES has 190 contracts. I mean, the ES right now looks to me like the weak link. This NASDAQ doesn't want to die, guys. Just does not want to come down. Doesn't want to give us a retracement for an entry long. From 6 p.m. Eastern last evening, Globex session. I'm still waiting on crude to crumble, guys. 1,800 net sellers on crude. 1,800. I have negative 70. I'm not watching the ES much, though. Guys, it looks to me like all they want to buy is the NASDAQ. All they're buying is the NASDAQ. They're not buying the Russell. They're not buying the Russell. They're not really buying the ES. They're surely not buying gold. Small pockets of buyers. And they're not buying, I mean, the only thing they're buying is the NASDAQ. That's it. We're up to 500 net buyers in the ES. The NASDAQ hasn't given me an entry since that one trade at 03.5 to 26. And we're basically pushing 26 again. If we break out here above 27, 28, we start trading to 42. Now we go to 42. I'm tired of watching this. ES back to VWAP with buyers. Unfinished up here. Everything's pulled lower. You got to be long ES too, guys. This came one tick from target and I took nothing off. One tick. Now we're going 42. A breakout above 43 and it goes hooey. A breakout above 43 and it goes nuts. 43.50. All right, guys. Now let this flip into the long when it does. Long ES coming through VWAP. Long ES. Order. Well, something filled. Looks like the ES. What else we got? Something is preventing me. Oh, that's what. From opening charts. Do. Copper is still going. Gold, I've got absolutely nothing other than flat. $42 is your target on the ES if anybody took that break. NASDAQ. Anybody long NASDAQ? Okay. U.S. imposing sanctions on North Korea. None. Absolutely none. ES has first target off at 3 handles here. And Russell is moving up towards first target. I don't know if ES still has to get above 65, fellas. It's still in that pretty massive resistance. But we're going to get that unfinished auction on the ES here. Next target is at 65.5, which is basically that unfinished auction. Come on, pop this resistance. Good Lord. NASDAQ's going to, if it breaks, goes 53, 54 quickly. No, I can't even get a pullback. I mean, again, I wanted VWAP. We'd have been long at VWAP, right? That's what, here's your, I mean, you guys can take an aggressive entry at 33 on a long. That's all I got. Russell's trying to get to target. So the Russell setting is 2 off at first target and then an indefinite trail. So I got one that'll go for, you know, theoretically ever, right? Look at this NASDAQ. Unstinking real. Meanwhile, the ES can't get out of its own damned way. There it goes. Come on, Russell. I guess a rising ship there's first target on Russell. Now it's just a free trade. This will trail indefinitely. So my setting is 2 by 1, right? 2 off at first target, 1 with an open target on that ATM. Here's second. There's your unfinished auction on ES. This is why we use these suckers as targets. Now we got an unfinished auction on the bottom, though. Down here, 62.25. And I got one runner left here on ES. I do not, we might. 67.5 is the top here. And that's right at the top. We'll see. So the bot's got it at 67.5, and that's, we're dropping a little bit, maybe quarter. We'll see. Let's lock in a couple. The Russell is going nicely. The Russell taketh, the Russell giveth back. Let me just take a look at equities, fellas. Jesus, my target on NQ. Next target is 53. If we can get through 53, we go to 92. 53, 54, we go to 92. We got 4,200 buyers. I think we'll see that today. Maybe the end of the day, but there's just no selling. There's no selling. We couldn't even get a VWAP pullback. Interestingly enough, Dow futures are still down 50 points. S&P is up one handle right where it is. One handle. NASDAQ is up 49. Russell is up 7.5. Russell's actually leading, up just over 0.4. VIX futures down 1%. VIX cash down 3%. VIX cash is 23, closing in on 23. DAX is off 4.5 points. What, did they stop trading in Europe? Tesla's up $19. Amazon's up 13. Tesla's up almost $20. Amazon's up $13.50. Boeing up $1. Apple up 5 cents. Microsoft up 21 cents. Facebook up 87. Zoom up 458. I don't see anything red. I don't see Google. Oh, Alphabet up 95 cents. Just can't be. See you in the morning, Cecil. Have a great afternoon. So this overhead resistance has dropped a quarter. Let's see if we can get that final target. This is the ES right here. This may stop 67. I think ultimately goes 71 today, though. Let's try 70. How about 70? I don't think we can get 76. Russell, I'm going to just add a few here, 10 ticks. Russell's hit second target. Again, this will trail indefinitely. My ATM is 2 at first target on this one and an indefinite trail. $68 buyers here, block buyers. There's second target. You're very welcome, Magnus. 80 ticks. Nice job. Very welcome, brother. It is my pleasure. Guys, is there anybody not making money today? Is there anybody that has not made money yet? Yeah, so you have to set a basic ATM. You have to tell the robot what you want it to do. So in particular day here, I mean my ATM here, you'll notice I have 2 by 1 by 0, which means it's 3 contracts. For me, this is how I notate it. 0 open target. So I have an open target. I'm not using a final target on this. I'm just letting it trail until whenever it pulls back. Now, generally, I don't want to give back anything more than first target when we're above first target. Same thing here with the ES. I don't really want to give back, the 3.25 points. ES has hit this second, but we ran into a wall at the 95%. We're extended. We're overbought up here. Not that we can't break out, but we're overbought. I assume the Russell is as well. I'm not looking at it on order flow. So this generally means, look, and we've got an open auction, unfinished auction in the previous candle at 62.25. Fellas, give me 1 minute. I'm back, guys. All right, we're out of both the Russell and ES on the runners. You see how the ES, which obviously trades more technically than the NASDAQ, hit this 95 and pinged right back down. The NASDAQ just ran through it. But the ES, I don't have ZB on here, bonds, they trade technically. You got two block sellers in here, 89 and 100 contracts. This will come get this unfinished auction. That's where it's coming. Right to 62 quarter. I haven't shown that scalper. I didn't show it last week. Well, I guess, fellas, I have a short on the NASDAQ on my 15 range. I think. What the hell chart would have shorted? Yeah, it's got to be that. It's not the 3 minute. This is the same setting on my ATM here as the Russell 2x1. So this will theoretically now trail indefinitely as well. Trail is on, just making sure. Wait, where the fuck? Gold may short. Moshe, I have one-on-ones all day. All day. Boy, this thing does not want to die. There we go. There we go. Come on, dog. This could come back to 16 half. 16 half. Not many sellers, guys. Scalp to point on ES. Nice. ES is coming back to. So the look, this is why we use unfinished auctions as targets. Came back and got that target. I think ES is coming back now to VWAP quickly. I don't know why the NASDAQ isn't dying. I got a target on the NASDAQ at 16 half. Maybe 14 off that 53. I think that's your short. I think this is done.
Order filled.
Come on, sell off into the close of Europe. Sell for the next 30 minutes. Let's go. I'm not going to get a trade on natural gas. Can forget that. ES is coming back. Guys, I like ES long off 53. Thank you, Frank. Guys, I'm personally short the NASDAQ. I am short 37.5. I mean, I'm late on this short, and my stop is at 54. If anybody is interested. Nice job, Scott. Nice job. Great job. So if you guys are interested, that's me personally. I am short 37.5 with a 54 stop. It's a big stop. And I'm going to hold this to 16. That's my goal, is to get down to 14. But the NASDAQ is not cooperating today. That's a dump truck full of buyers. So my target is at 14, fellas. Call it 16. I got my target in, my stop in.
Order filled. Target filled.
All right, guys. Russell went short again. Russell is short on the bot again.
Stop filled.
Out on this, and I'm going to turn this off. It's just a big stop, guys. That 54. It's a big stop. Come on, Russell. Come on down. Yeah, I was way late on that short. This is where I should have been short, right in here. 41. Come on, Russell. It's only 18 ticks. Let's go. Russell's selling into VWAP. I can see it here. We obviously are going to have to get down through about 66.9, which is basically target. Gold up and down. Gold, if it drops below 57.9, boy, this crude is just trading damn sideways. I think this afternoon crude gets smoked. It just won't go anywhere. It literally will not go anywhere. 1,600 sellers. I mean, they basically kept it in a 20 tick range. Here comes NASDAQ. Come on, NASDAQ. Lost its buyers. Guys, we should get to 16 on NASDAQ. We should get to 16. Bots are shut off. This Russell trade will be the last trade for me while we're in the room. Nothing else is close. ES never gave me a short today on the 15-minute, although it's trying to short now. Guys, ES looks like a bounce long between 53 and 54. Come on, NASDAQ, 16. 16. That's my target. 16. Just freaking unbelievable with this stupid NASDAQ. Come on, put in a lower low. Gold, I believe, will get murdered this afternoon like yesterday. Gold is coming down now. If gold comes below 57.8, it should trade back to 54. Canada and Britain close to a free trade deal, and the announcement could come in the next few days. I'll tell you what, this trade is going to make you work for it. Guys, 16. This is where this piece of work is coming. 16. It just ain't coming fast, but it's coming to 16. Come on, break that swing. Break it. I mean, even the Russell is thumping. There it goes. Come on, little guy. 16. Anybody short NASDAQ? Anybody short NASDAQ? All right, fellas. Okay. 16. That's where we got to come, give or take. Okay, Eduardo. Nice to see you. Nice job, Frank. Come on, 16. 10 more handles. Come on, buddy. You took 10 points, don't have as much patience as me. I never said I had patience. This trade was an irritating trade. But it's coming to 16. We could get to 12. That was my Southern. I laid some Southern on you guys. You like that? Could. You know, when in Rome, there's 23. Listen, it's a nice trade, guys. 14, 15 handles. But for me, it's not a nice trade unless we get target. I'm only interested in getting the targets. I'm not interested in moral victories. Get to 16. Time is at 11:09. Russell's still wanting to hold VWAP. If Russell crushes through VWAP, it's going to get murdered. Come on, NASDAQ. Now, for what it's worth, 16 would be my first target. 16 would be first target. Then you guys have free, hopefully, all day. Come on, buddy. Come on, you can do it. Come on, 16. One more break, and I think you guys are home. Russell's almost the first target. It's fallen below VWAP. Couple ticks to first target on the Russell. And then it's a free trade. Again, hit target, no fill. Russell, there it is. So now it'll just auto trail indefinitely on the Russell. Nice little bot day, guys. Nice little, decent little order flow day. Come on, 16. Here we go. You got one clown on the bid here. One clown. He keeps moving, though. Come on, 16. Annoying. $22. Not yet. As George Bush said, that gun debt. That gun debt wouldn't be prudent. I want 16, and then I'll be happy. Look at this rat dog. I missed my gold short. Hey, Dijon. GC. I have several. You're going to find support on gold initially at 56, 7, or 8. A break of that takes you to 55 and then 52. I think gold is going to get cooked. I mean, I think so, Caleb. I think so. This is just a slow unwinding of this position. A lot slower than I like, but I mean, I think, I mean, we could trade today all the way back to 840, 840. You know, look, here's where we're at now. Hang on. Look, it's easier to see on a chart. This is where we're at now. We're holding that 34 period moving average, but we're going to wind down to, 13. I've got a 16 target. And then a break of that little area, and we come down into here, and then we start working down. I think we're coming all the way down, coast to coast. How about this little Russell trade? I killed a winning trade, guys, on the 2 trades ago. I killed the trade myself. How about this little Russell trade? Now we hit 21. 16. 16, target 1. Then freebies, like really freebies. It's working through what was supply, that green blocky area, right? This was all supply. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Now the bid's sitting at 17.75. We got to 18.5. So I'm what? 10 ticks shy of my first target. 10 ticks. Not a bad trade from that 37 area, fellas. 18 handles. If you guys are here on trial and you cannot make money with me, I do not know where you will go. Small bounces. It's coming, fellas. It's coming. Europe closes in 15 minutes. And then if we're going to get along again, I think it'll be, yeah, and I'll tell you what. I was long natural gas at 55, and I closed it at 61, ahead of inventory. Thank you, Raymond. You're going to get 16, guys. It's just a matter of time before it gets 16, and then it's freebie. Hate these little inside candles, guys. We just have to break that swing low at 18 quarter, and it's going to get 16. Come on, one more low. I got a lower high. I need the lower low here. Guys, if this Russell gets taken out, that's the last bot trade for the day. Come on, NASDAQ. Come on, buddy. Come on. Uh-oh. I got sellers. Is there anybody holding to 16, fellas? Okay, guys. All right. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, one tick lower low. I don't like that. I don't like the one tick lower low. We got to 18 quarter. Gosh darn it. 9 ticks. I want that 16. Come on, man. There's no long here, fellas. I would not want, we cannot take a long, at least until this 13.5 area. You can't even consider it. So you're short, you're short. Oh, crude is rolling over. Crude is rolling, guys. 2,500 sellers. I don't like that one tick lower low. So I'm annoyed. I would have no interest, guys, in a long. It's still got to come lower if we're going to find a long. All right, out on the Russell, on the runner, third contract, done. My bots are all off. I'll give you guys totals at 11:30, but the bots are up 1,360 today. And would have been up more if I didn't kill 2 winning trades, one in gold, one in Russell. Let's see what we got here. Let me look at crude. Man, all these sellers in crude just will not die. It won't break that low at 59. All right, Brian. Okay. Yeah, you know what? They're just hanging it in here, Randy. I mean, it's just nothing. I don't see this as anything other than a retracement. They're just carrying 130 buyers. Let them carry it. We still have 10 minutes. Guys, for the sake of conversation, I'll do my total now. Here are the bot totals. My bots are all off. Bots today did 1,360. 1360 on the bots today. Do I have anybody in the room that did not make money today? Is there anybody here, whether you're on trial? If you did not take trades, that's different. If you're here on trial and you're just watching, which would be understandable. Yeah, if you didn't trade, you didn't make any money. Let them carry this tomato can. Yeah, if you're watching, look, that's great. Nice job, Daryl. Great job. Fellas, listen, my only goal here is for you guys to make money. That is it. That is the only benefit that I offer. And if I can't do that, then I offer no benefit. Right? I know I'm a great guy. I'm pretty funny. By now, should have made up your mind. Either you're going to be with us on Monday or you're not. You're not going to see anything more tomorrow. On Fridays, just to give you guys an idea, Fridays I generally trade pretty light. My goal is to make money on Friday and get out of town having made money. Okay? There is nothing that frustrates me more than having a losing Friday and having to swallow it through the weekend, knowing I can't come back the next day and make money. If I'm going to be down, I don't care if I'm down on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, because I've got the next day to come back. So on Fridays, I trade fairly light. We'll still trade. I'll still, offer trades for about an hour and 15 minutes. And then at about 10:30, 10:45, I'm going to give you guys my version of a presentation, which for those of you that have sat through other presentations before, you will find mine to be amateurish and sophomoric. I don't have a slideshow. I don't do photos and pictures and graphs and pie plates and all this stuff. I just don't. Right? I'm going to lay it out for you. Give you your options to join. We've talked about them. I send out the daily email every day with the video to you guys. And in those emails, I've already talked about the memberships. I've talked about it throughout the week a couple of times, but your basic membership, as I've said before, is the robot. It has been discounted for you guys on the website to $24.97. Now, if you guys know that, hey, I want to be part of this group and part of Bob's room, at this point, you can go to the website and sign up. That's for the bot. If anybody is interested in an annual membership, I would have to invoice you via PayPal. Yes, Michael. Anybody that's interested in the order flow education, and I'll go over this again tomorrow, you would have to email me for an invoice as well. That's not on the website. I will be starting another class in January, and I'm going to limit that to 15, of which we have 6 now. So if anybody is interested in learning order flow, what I would do is send you the videos that I've done already, put you in the class, ideally starting tomorrow. You'll be behind and a lot of it won't make sense, but you'll have the recorded sessions from the previous 11 weeks. And of course, you'll be in class until January, and then I'll recycle you back into the beginning of the class with those that sign up. So if there is anybody that is interested in order flow, look at this bid. I will be damned. We don't even come back. We don't even get a move back into VWAP. You should no longer be in NASDAQ, my friend. You should have taken, listen, guys, I didn't get to my target by about 8 ticks, right? But in no way, shape, or form should anybody that shorted the NASDAQ allow that trade to go against you. No way, shape, or form. That's correct, Bill. So the order flow class gives you 2 years in the room. So you'll have to listen to me drone on for 2 years in the room. It also includes the robot, and it includes my order flow indicator. And for anybody that purchases the robot or the order flow, whatever, you can license it on 2 machines. Any of my trials have any questions, fellas? Anybody have any questions? I still think crude can't do anything but come down. How does it not come down? We're still picking up sellers, 2,400. It's got to come down, guys. I just don't. Daryl, yes, you can call me. Absolutely. After 1 o'clock, I have some one-on-ones. And then Joe, you can Joe, if you have a question and you want to send it or have anything you need, you have a pen handy? All right, Bill. Hasta mañana. Here is, if anybody wants to email me. This is my old. You can email me here. Or here. I check the first one. I leave that open all day. So you can email me at either of those guys. Frank, feel free to give me a call. If anybody wants to call me, my number's on the website, but here it is, guys. You guys can call me anytime. I take calls 7 days a week. I'm available to you guys 7 days a week. Okay? There is my number. Both of those emails work. I will generally get this first one sooner because they forward to my phone. Does anybody have any questions? Guys, if there's anybody in this room that that's on trial and you have questions and you want to talk to me about them, please call me. Trial ends tomorrow. And again, you're not going to see anything different tomorrow than you saw today. All right, fellas, it's 11:32. I'm going to end the session at this point. I will convert the video and send it out to you via Benchmark email. If for some reason you don't get it, send me an email late in the day and I'll send it to you. If anybody needs me, has questions, call me. I will be available after 1 p.m. Eastern today. Thank you, Frank. Bill, you're welcome. Guys, listen, have a blessed day. For my members, I will be on Skype, and if there are trades to do, I will post them in member Skype. Okay? Afternoons have been very, very, very good. We should get a reversal this afternoon. Guys, I'll see you in the room tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern. If anybody needs me, holler. I'm always available, guys. See you, fellas.